Hey guys, Allie with Tip B, and today we're looking at an app called Amplitube 2 for iPhone. It's also available for iPad. Part of this app you'll need to buy an accessory for. It's called an iRig, and before we get into the app, I'll show you that real quick. This accessory, I would assume it's probably available at places like Guitar Center or on Amplitube's website. You can purchase this. It's $39.99, and what this app and hardware essentially do is turn your guitar and your iPhone into a portable rig that you can take with you. You can use this with headphones or stereo system. Like today I have my little brother here with me, and we're going to show you some of the features of this, but you can choose to use this with headphones. We have it plugged into a receiver right now, so you guys will kind of be able to hear how some of these effects sound. The app has a free version, and it also has a paid version. We have the $19.99 version loaded on here. We're going to hop into that. You can see right here in the tools menu, you've got things like your tuner, your metronome, you've got an audio demo right here. You've got stuff on the top, you've got effects pedals up here, and then you've got a 4-track recorder, which is an in-app purchase. A lot of these are going to be in-app purchases if you want additional effects or the 4-track recorder. The free version doesn't come with very many. Matt, how many, didn't you say the $19.99 version comes with most of them pre-installed?
Most of them. Most you need for your basic things.
The 4-track recorder we purchased as a $9.99 in-app purchase. To add gear, you can flick over here, and you can see that button called Add Gear, and it'll bring up a list of, I have the phone in airplane mode, so right now it's not going to bring anything up, but it'll bring up a list of things that you can purchase in-app. A lot of them are between $2.99 and $9.99. A lot of people might say that's a lot, but when you look at, I was talking to my brother earlier, and when you put it in perspective, to buy a distortion pedal or an effects pedal for a guitar, it's going to cost you over $80. So when you're looking at, something you can use on the fly that does a pretty good job, this app's pretty ideal for people that want to take stuff on the go and not have to haul a rig. So I'm going to flip this over to my brother, and he's going to show us how to hook this up to the guitar, what you need, and we're going to mess with some of these and see what you guys think.
Well, the setup is pretty straightforward. You plug your guitar into the iRig, your standard just guitar cables, and whatever stereo jack output you're going to use. You could use headphones. I have a little splitter just going to the receiver, and then just plug it into your phone. And not drop your phone. That's important.
Alright, so he has got his guitar plugged into here right now.
And you can then go to your amp and select the type of amp you would want. For instance, lead. You have your choices of bass amp, a metal amp, which is a more modern sounding generic metal sound, lead, which is your classic Marshall sound. You also have, I should note, the layout of the app is kind of cramped. It's very easy if you have big fingers to hit the wrong buttons.
I would assume the iPad version is probably a little bit better since they have a lot more screen real estate to work with, but that was one of his cons of this app, that maybe the layout should be improved a little bit more. And also another con that he had mentioned was that you might want to put your phone in airplane mode, because if you get a text or a notification, it can crash the app, or it can, bring up a pretty displeasing crackling noise in your speakers, especially if they're loud or you have headphones on.
Yeah, headphones are the worst. But from there you can choose a different style of cabinet, like a 412, the classic Marshall Weave, or the more modern 412, the 15-inch speaker if you just want a little quieter sound. Two different, 112, 212, and back to the 412s. More modern mic sounding sound, and more classic sound, I'd suppose. And then you can go to your effects pedals, or yet again, clumsy fingers.
And this is what we mean. This is a perfect example of how this layout's a little bit cramped. Even I had a little bit of a problem with this when I was flicking through them.
And on your effects pedals, let's say we can add distortion, which just the clean sound is a little bit of gain there, a little bit of distortion going, but just stock distortion settings here. Not just stock settings. It could be tweaked, could sound better. But you can have up to 3 different effect sounds, which it can sound quite nice if you get them very finely tuned. You have, yet again, that would be the add gear settings. Oh, also you can play along to whatever song off your iPod you want to. It's kind of nice. But you can have up to 3 effects pedals. You have anything you could think of for an effects pedal. Delay, fuzz, distort, phaser.
And what was the feature with the tilt that we were looking at earlier? Where you can tilt the actual phone?
The wah pedal. I don't know if any other pedals in the store have this or not, but the wah pedal has a few different options to it. But you can set it on tilt, and you can tilt your phone to use the wah. Which, if you had that on your knee or something, could be usable, I suppose. Otherwise than that, you just put it to auto and do it with your finger. But you have your overdrive pedals, all that jazz. You have a tuner, a metronome, a demo setup as well. I haven't played with that too much yet. You have another tuner down at the bottom that you can use at any time. My guitar's out of tune right now. That's good. But other than that, you have your EQ settings, your more advanced reverb settings, a compressor, and your 4-track recorder. This is actually a little bit difficult to use if you're not experienced with using a recorder. It can get sort of complicated. You've got all your different mixer channels on here too, so you can select which channels to bring effects through, which channels to not bring effects through on, and you can change them after it's been played, I believe, too, also. So that's kind of nice. If you just wanted to play something and then hear it would also sound like clean. But other than that, that's about the gist of this app.
Alright, well, if you guys have picked this up, let us know your thoughts or comments in the comments section below. And thanks, guys.